Hi there, it's Patmos and nice of you to join me for a brand new game we will be playing, and this time it's called Ostriv. And as you can see down in the right hand corner, it's still in alpha. We are playing alpha 3 patch 4. So it's out, you can play it, but it's still in development, and I can tell you it is quite limited. But for the first few years of the game you can have a lot of fun. And well, today we're going to be playing that. So I'll start up a new game. We're just going to start up with the first area to work in. There's different areas. And well, we're just going to start the game. So I'll pause it straight away. So what do you have to do in this game? Well, as most of my games, you have to build yourself a city. And what I got from it, is that this is a city builder playing in the Ukraine between 1700 and 1800, and you're supposed to start your own village with a group of settlers and work from there and create a prosperous environment. And well, first thing you have to do, there's a few missions when you start off, is to choose a location for your settlers camp. Now if you just think about all your history classes, etc., and well, just use common sense, in the 1700s, 1800s, you would probably be needing quite a bit of wood. Because, well, a lot of things were built from wood. So probably that's why all these trees are on the map. You're going to need trees to chop down and create buildings, etc. So it might be a good thing to actually place your camp around a bunch of trees. Now, of course, you also need food at some point, I think, so fish or grain or whatever, so you need to be prepared to use space for that. And, well, of course, you also need a drink, and perhaps water can do that. So I think somewhere around this place might be a good way to start your village, because, well, we have plenty of room. If at some point we get to farming, there's plenty of room for a few trees to chop down. And, well, there's a nice river flowing there, which maybe we can use for trade, and we can also try and use to fish. So let's set up our first camp. Well, if you click on the camp location, here it is, there you can see the whole area you will be using with your camp. So I'm going to place it quite close to the water actually, because I want to start using this area to build my first parts of the village. And when I put this there, we have to build around it, and I don't like my settlers camp to be in a place where we have to build around it. So I'll put it right here. There we go, there it is. And well, what do you get? Well, it's quite easy. We have a main hut. This is the camp center. We have a mayor. There will be builders as soon as I get time rolling. There's all these huts with families living there. You can just see them. They have a bit of money. They have food to last a while, but not too long. You can see their age. They're unemployed. Well, this one has a newborn kid. And, well, as long as we go along... Oh, this is a 2-year-old child, a 9-year-old child, and a 4-year-old child. So we start with 22 villagers. That's not too much. We get a few carts. So here are working carts. We have the people right here, men and women. And we start off with some resources. And I guess we just have to get going. And now that we placed the base camp, it says build a forestry for wood production. Now here's your menu. You can build houses, you can build stuff for water. We also have a well for water, so that's nice. And well, this won't be a how to play video, so I'm not going to explain everything, just a few of the basics, and then we'll just get going. So here's our menu. As you can see, some of these things are still empty. They're still working on that. There's a few decorative things you can do. But right now we just need a forestry, which is in the production tab right here, the forestry. Now, what I really like about this game, you can see down here on the options that you have. You can either turn it around quickly, you can turn it around fast, or even if you hold the control key, you can turn it around slowly. So you can really place it at an angle you want and how you want it. Now, if you do it like this, you can see the light green zone, that's where the building will be, and the dark green zone, that's where they enter the building. So that's a good thing to keep in mind. So I want the entrance to face the city camp. So I'm going to put it somewhere like this, and then that way they will be able to enter it and then go to work. So I'll just put it like there. Alright, so now there it is. No builders hired. So I'm gonna get time rolling, just speed 1. You can see we have a few builders hired, 5 in this case. That probably means we have available men, so we'll just do it like that. So they start building as quickly as they can. And now they will get carts, they will gather all the supplies, bring them to the building zone, which you can see here with all these flags around it. That's a building zone, it's also right there. They will bring all the stuff you need and start building it. Now, in the beginning I like to use speed 1 because we have to set up quite a few things I want to build. Because we need a forestry to get trees, building houses. But we also need a few other things. And what we also need, for instance, is a clay pit where they can pick up clay which you use for your houses. So we need to build that. So I'll turn it around. I usually just build it close to the forestry. Just leave room for a road so people can walk between here. Clay pit doesn't need to be built, it's already done now. And some other thing we might need soon is a smithy, for instance, so we can get new nails. And we might need a thatchery where they can actually build to gather reed for the roof of the buildings. That's something we need. And we also need charcoal for the smithy to work. Now I know all of that because I've been playing this game a bit. And what I like to do is start working on 4 charcoal pits. And I will explain later why I do that. But one of the products you can get pretty easily is firewood. And they will make charcoal out of firewood in these pits. And that's a pretty easy resource you can get. It's very cheap to make. And it's something we can sell quite quickly to other villages, because there are other villages we can explore. And well, if you sell those things you can make a good deal of money, which is really nice. We really need that. I'm going to place the thatchery as well. They will be required to build it, of course, but that's fine. I'm going to build it close to the river because that's where they will get the thatch. And then, or the reed, or whatever you call it, they need for the roofing. They will create roof thatching with it. As you know, English isn't my native language, so, and those aren't the words I learned in school. So don't mind if I say anything wrong or whatever. Well, that's it for now. And basically what we need to do is first create the forestry. So we can get the forest industry going. As you can see, they're still bringing new resources in with the carts, and they are already building it. Which is nice. You can see in detail how they build it. I really like the way they created this. So, foundations are laid. Now they will put up the poles to support the roof. Yeah, it all looks really nice. Alright, all resources are collected. So they're bringing it all in, and then they can finish this building. There are the last carts with all the resources. The walls are standing, which is nice. Now you really have to micromanage everything. And I will show you once this building is done, because, well, now you have the building, but you still have to hire the workers for it. You need at least 2 people to chop down a big tree and carry the log. So we get rid of a few builders and make sure that they will start working here. See, there's not enough workers now to chop down a tree, but since we erased 2 from building, they will soon, after they've rested, yeah, there he is, go to work. And now they can work together. They will get out and start chopping down trees here, which is really nice, so I like it. As you can see, we already need wood, so let's hope they work quite fast and bring in the wood. And now we have to build houses, because everyone is still living in a tent, and when winter comes, and if you've ever been to Ukraine, if you've read about it, winter in Ukraine can be quite cold. So we need to build houses, and quite a few of them, which I'm going to do. If you hold the shift button, you can continue building all the time. So if I just click right now, then we build 1 house and that's it. If I hold the shift key down, we can keep building houses, which we will do. I will make nice streets of 5 houses. So right now they're building 5 houses, all facing the same side. And we're going to build 5 more facing this side. I think this is a nice use of the land available. And this way they will be building 10 houses. They already started working on the first, so that's a good thing. But we've built a thatchery, now we need workers for it. And the good thing is, women can work there. Now there aren't too many places women can work in. They can work in the thatchery, they can work in farms, but they can't do all the heavy stuff. So I'd like to make sure that women do this work, because women are mostly unemployed, especially in the beginning of the game. So I just click the men button. Those buildings are not allowed to hire men, because women can do the job, and I need all the men to do the heavy lifting. And when all the men start working in the thatchery, they won't be able to work as builders or work in the forestry. And in the forestry you can't hire a woman. So at some buildings it can be really nice if you just make sure that they won't hire any men. So only houses, only the jobs that women can do will be done by women and not by men. Now we need a smithy at some point, and I'm going to show you something. If I put down the smithy right here, it will go to the end of the production line. So I'm going to tell it, well, I need a smithy, and I'm going to build it right there. But we will run out of nails before all these houses are built. So what can you do? I just click a smithy and put it up, I don't know, somewhere like right there. So now they will build the first 2 houses and then start working on the smithy, and we can put some people in there and make sure that they will start creating nails, because, well, we need nails in order to build all the houses in time, and you need to complete that before winter comes. And of course the first question is, what if you don't complete your houses before winter? Well, if you have like 2 families still living in tents, they will just leave your village. And well, you start off with 9 adult men and 9 adult women, and that's just the lowest you can have. If you have less people, you won't be able to do all the jobs very quickly, and it's very hard to continue. So it's really important that you save all those people, make sure that they all have a house, so you can really start working on your village. Because with fewer people, I don't think it's very nice. You really need all those people to just work. And hopefully at some point you can start trading and you can get food in, and then you can get new people in, because new people will only come if you fill out all those 6 things. So migration is allowed. Well, we allow migration. We have a sufficient water supply, which is green, so that's good. But we don't have a market. We don't have housing available, and we don't have any jobs available. And as long as that isn't the case, nobody will come to your village and live there. And once you've built the market, you also need to produce food. Plenty of food for everyone to eat, and then new villagers will come in. So that's really tough. You really need to step it up in the beginning of the game. Once you have everything, once people are coming in, that really helps, and then slowly it will get easier to just expand your village and get new industries going, etc. But especially in the beginning it can be quite hard. So yeah, that's the thing. Well, first house is done, second house is coming along nicely, and then they will start working on the smithy, which is also really nice. And everyone is employed, so that's good. Thatcher is working very nicely. So that's all looking good. First family is in a house. So yeah, that's it. First things are going. So I'm going to put it on speed 3 for now, because, well, we can just expand the building queue, but I don't really see a point in that. So we'll just have to wait a little bit now. And speed 3, in case you're wondering, it's not like 1 time faster, 2 times faster, 3 times faster. This is normal speed. This is already 5 times faster, and this is 12 times faster than normal. So yeah, it's really fast right now. So the women are really working, and a few are just sitting around the campfire where they just chill out and have a good time. And as soon as they are done chilling out, they will go to work again. So that's basically the rhythm. They will work for a while, they will rest for a while, they go to their homes once it's ready. As you can see smoke coming out of the chimney, so they're really living there. They're having a good time, and they're using up firewood, etc. And well, one of the things you quickly forget is to get a basic source of drinking water going. And what I found out is that sometimes you really need like, or sometimes I think you really need like a well for every 5 houses or something, because otherwise they will dry out too quickly and people will be very thirsty, and that's not what you want, because then they will die. So don't forget to build extra wells, etc., to keep everyone supplied with water. And some industries also use water, so it can be good to make sure you have plenty of wells. They're not that expensive, they're built quite fast, so that's fine. And one of the things I really like about these houses in this game is that they all look different. Well, not all, but as you can see, these two have a different look. And, well, I like it. They try to, that way, make it a bit of, give it a better feel. Not every house is the same. And yeah, they did a nice job with that. Well, house is being built quickly. Perfect. We have 3 houses and it's only May, so that's going okay. So I'm not going to start working on any food production yet, because the sowing season is already over. So if you build a farm right now, they won't do anything because sowing season is over. They will only start to work on sowing in the land next spring. So we're going to just build those houses now, and then later on we will start working on the farms in winter. And once we have a farm, we do need a smithy though. I guess I'm going to get rid of one guy here, one guy there, to work in the smithy, because we really need those nails. I think we're running out quite quickly. So you really need to just work on food production in winter, because then they have all the time to build the farm and you can get the lands ready, etc. And then when the spring comes, they can start to work on that. First, you really want those houses. And with 3 houses done, I like it. That's really cool. There's the 4th coming along nicely. Well, we can already set up farm production. But where do we put the fields? That's a question. Not really sure. Perhaps we should build a farm somewhere here, then create the fields up there, because there's plenty of room for us to work right here to expand our village. We don't need that area straight away. But as you can see, there's different elevations in the terrain, and that can make it quite hard to build houses somewhere. So this whole area might be quite tough to build houses on. So we also could think about building a farm somewhere here, and then make sure that we build the fields all around it. That can be quite a good thing actually. So I might just be building this farm right here, I guess. A bit like this, yeah. So we'll build the farm right here, and then we can make fields in this area, or maybe even down here, and then they can start working. So that's nice. But first we need those houses to be done. Well, nails are being produced, which is great. I like it. Well, everything's going quite fast. Well, we're halfway done with the housing right now at this point. We need 9 houses. We have 4 done. We need 4 more, and this one's over halfway done. So yeah, that's good. Perfect. And as soon as a house is done, a family will move, and as soon as they've emptied out their tent, there it is, it will disappear. So this will open this spot for housing. Now, as you can see, they're all going to sit right there to take a rest. What I like to do is build benches all the way at their houses. Every house gets a bench, because then that will be where they start to relax, and that's way closer to their home, so they don't need to walk that fast, so they can rest quicker, and then they're done sooner, and then they can go working again. So I don't know if it really works like that, but that's just what I believe. So yeah, building a bench close to their home will make sure that they will work or rest as efficiently as they can, and then they can go to work again. So yeah, I hope it works like that. Well, house production is going like crazy. Now, one of the things I really like is, as you can see, there's a green bar down here, and it's going lower and lower, getting less filled or whatever you call that. And that's basically the wear and tear of your cart. And as soon as it's all empty with the green, then they can't use the cart anymore. You need to fix it again. And that's where I think the carpenter comes in. Let me look. Yeah, the carpenter. With carpenter, it repairs the carts, wagons, and plows, and it builds them. So at some point we need him too, because he needs to maintain all those nice, cute little carts. So yeah, I'm going to build it right here. And well, I think yeah, we can wait with that. They can build a farm first, so we can start producing food in the next spring. But yeah, that's just the way it goes. You really need everything to be smooth and going. Also your carts. So we need a carpenter to make sure that the carts will be working. And I really like the attention to detail with that. You really have to think about everything. So if you build a building and you forget to put people in it, nothing will happen. You'll get into trouble. As you can see, still 22 people, so birth rate isn't up. And I do think it's connected to the migration status. So as long as immigrants can't come in, you will also not produce new babies. And only when you have room for migration, then they will start producing new babies. Which sound really, I don't know, pathetic if you put it like that, but I mean, it's not like a real production or something. It's the miracle of life, but I guess you all get my point. There won't be any new babies anytime soon, only when all the needs for migration are filled. As you can see, this is our population, and, well, it's quite nicely spread. We don't have any elders yet, but at some point they will come in. And there's the next house being built. Perfect. We only need 2 more, so this one can go to the back. Because, well, we need just these 2. Then everyone has a place to live. And then we can start working on the farm and the carpentry. So yeah, this is good. You can see the trees are really chopped down once they do that. So they have to walk further every time. But later on we can just plant trees. I guess at some episode I will show you how you do that. But it's really easy. They just need time to grow. Here are my charcoal piles. They look really nice, and we have like 4,000 or I don't know, 40,000 charcoal ready. So as soon as we can start trading, we can sell quite a bit of charcoal, which can make us a little bit of money, which is nice, because we started off with like 2,000 ducats, and we're getting less and less because we have to pay everyone and things cost a lot of money. So we need to start trading at some point. I guess we'll be saving that for episode 2, because this whole episode will be just starting your village and getting all the housing done, and to start a little bit of food production. But later on we will really go into trading and have a nice time with that. And we'll probably go back to speed 2, but as you can see right now it's just a lot of waiting, so why not use speed 3 then? For the last house to be built. I like it. So that way it's just August, and usually the real winter starts somewhere in November, I believe. So, well, you've done it quite good in time. Took me a few runs to actually get the hang of it and to make sure that I've saved everyone in time. I think the first game I ever played, I didn't have all the houses, I just missed one. But right after that I made sure every time I do this, I just get up the basics and then start building houses. Because you really need the houses. And as you can see, they still have plenty of food. They can last quite a while with that. So you don't need food like in the first 9, 10, 12 months. And from then on you need food. But at some point you can trade for it as well. So you can just buy a bit of food until you have your own production going. And if you build a good farm with big enough fields and put in enough workers, then you can really quickly produce your own food for a while. So that's good. Well, the last house we need is almost done. Ooh, yeah, he comes in. He will finish it. Alongside him, the more workers, the quicker it'll go, so that's good. And there we are. All the houses are done. And our mission disappeared. And this is also where, like, the begin missions end. So, yeah, it's really an early build. So this is it. We've managed to survive. And it's only September, so that's good. They will now build that well, so we have plenty of water for everyone. Then they will start working on the farm. Do we need to build the carpentry first? No, we don't. Alright. So at least we will survive the first winter. And then in the second year, we really need to get food production going, because otherwise people will starve. And we'll need to start trading. And if we can do those two in the second year and expand our village a bit, then we have done well. Because in the second year you should well be able to attract new settlers coming to your village and expand your population. So yeah, that should be possible. But in the first year, I don't think that's even possible, because you also need to build a trade station and start trading and get food, etc. So yeah, I don't think that's possible, but in the second year it's very well possible to get new people in, get your own food production going, and from there on you can really think about expanding, building new industries, and just having fun with your city. So yeah, I'm going to slow it down. And well, I had some fun. I hope you did too. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Leave any comments in the comment section if you want to see anything with this game or whatever. I'm going to do a series about it, so we'll probably see quite a few episodes coming in with this. And of course I'm also working on the Foundation series. So I guess at some point I will just do one of this, one of the other, every few days on YouTube. Thanks for all the support I'm getting. I'm very grateful. Very nice, everyone who supports me. And of course I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.